If you're an anime fan, like me, then you will definitely gonna be able to relate with this story because there would come a time in your anime journey where you would run out of good animes to watch. And when this time finally comes, our first instinct is to turn to our friends with the same hobbies as us and seek anime recommendations from them. Or if you don't have any friends, there's always the internet to back you up. But life is cruel. And those people who you considered as friends and you trusted with all your life are also the ones who will betray you and recommend you Boku no Pico. And you would have no idea that behind those bright smiles lies a dark, deep-rooted feeling to get back on others for they have also been deceived into watching Boku no Pico once in their life. And as the normie that you are, you would 100% entrust your anime watching habit to them because they've been in the community for much longer. And most of all, you trust them.
Do you trust me?
With every cell in my body.
And so, I would heed their suggestion and watch one of the most cursed anime in existence. And on top of that, I would watch it not in private, but in public, where everyone in the world can see.
A little bit spicy.
You see, recommending Boku no Pico to anyone who seeks anime recommendation is already part of the culture. Some do it for laughs and giggles, others for personal pleasure, and some do it because they've been scarred for life and decided to wake up every day and choose violence. So, if you are new to the community, my first tip is, don't watch Boku no Pico. Watch Bible Block instead, or read Emergence. You know, the OGs.
Yeah, boy.
Now, this story happened way back 2014, at a time where the word isekai still doesn't exist and the first VTuber would not be debuting for another 2 years with Kizuna Ai. I was just new to the anime community, a normie. I'm still convincing myself back then that Dragon Ball is good and that I hate High School DxD, which is far from the truth because I fucking love it. One afternoon, I went to the internet cafe that I always frequent to. I was a regular at this internet cafe and there's 2 reasons why. First, it was near our house, at walking distance. And second, all my friends also plays there, so it's a win-win for me. That afternoon, I got to the internet cafe pretty early. Most of the time, the crew would be there at like 5 to 6 PM, but I decided to go early because I'm planning to download animes before we play League of Legends. So, I opened PC12, shouted, "Open time in PC12!" from my seat. Clearly a regular move because if you're new, what you do is walk to the server, but we don't do that here. Opened IDM, go to my favorite illegal anime website, then we Gucci. A minute after I started downloading, everyone inside lost their mind. Players are shouting, "Lag! Who the fuck is watching YouTube? Whoever is downloading anything, I'll fucking kill you." It was a symphony inside the internet cafe. It was music on my ears. Players rage quitting and destroying their keyboards. The culprit? Me, downloading anime in the corner. But I don't like triggering people that much, so I decided to stop downloading my animes and just stream it instead. But what anime am I gonna stream? I asked myself. Then I remembered posting on an anime Facebook group about anime recommendations and 90% of the replies are Boku no Pico. Motherfucking degenerates. You love to see it. Me, not knowing shit, actually searched Boku no Pico on my favorite illegal anime website, but to my surprise, it was not there. So, I got curious. I then went to my second favorite illegal anime website and it was also not there. So, my curiosity grew even larger. After those 2 failed attempts on searching Boku no Pico on my favorite illegal anime websites, I just simply searched Watch Boku no Pico on Google. And finally, I found it on a fucking hentai site. And I thought to myself, seems legit. And now that I finally found it, without any hints of hesitation, I watched that shit at that internet cafe without a care in the world. 1 minute was all I need to finally realize how big of a mistake it is. Holy fuck, was it disgusting. And now, knowing that it is disgusting, did I pause the video and exit that website so I can go on with my normal, uneventful life and live peacefully till I die without knowing the contents of that whole episode? Oh hell no! I still watch it until the very end because you only live once. But even that bravery and dedication backfired on me because 27 minutes into episode 1, just 2 minutes before that episode ends, and I can still remember that exact scene in the episode because this is one of the most unforgettable experience in my life. It was the scene where they are doing their thing outdoors and like I said, real ice scorcher. When suddenly, I felt a presence in the corner, approaching steadily to my direction. Now that I think about it, I was actually lucky that 27 minutes into Boku no Pico, I didn't have any spectators at the back or just anyone who randomly passed by me. But it all changed when the Fire Nation attacked. In this case, the owner of the internet cafe. This lady is probably in her mid to late 30s at that time. She was very sweet and she knows me very well because I played there often. I was a regular like I said. But her timing that day was the worst because out of nowhere, she decided she wants to inspect the whole place and just randomly walk in my direction, which resulted in her witnessing me watching this old guy and blonde boy making out under the moon and sucking each other's dicks. At that point, it was already too late to pause the video, so I just rolled with it. But the worst part of this story is that she didn't just pass by me. I slowly looked at my back and she was there, standing, looking at my monitor. She didn't look directly at my face, and the sheer amount of disgust that was displayed on her face. Oh my god, I would never forget that face for the rest of my life. I wake up with a cold sweat at night whenever that face shows up in my dreams. It's a nightmare. Why did I decide to stream anime online that day? And why is it Boku no Pico of all things? If I just continued to download my animes back then and just ignored all the yelling of the players inside because of lag, then I would not have experienced that traumatic event in my life. I learned my lesson. Boku no Pico is cursed. Even Satan doesn't dare to touch that shit, let alone watch it on a public place.
Well, I just want to say that I'm a huge fan. I always have been.
But the real question here is, did I stop coming to that internet cafe after that unfortunate incident? Oh hell no! I still played in that internet cafe for years before I got my own laptop and embraced my introvert self. But I get you on that matter. Why would you place yourself at the scene of the crime willingly, right? And for that, I only have one answer. That is because all my friends play there, and I am most happy when I play with them. I hope you like my story. I'm just showcasing how degenerate I really am, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to hear more of my anime bizarre adventures, then like this video and subscribe to the channel. I also have a Twitter account if you want to follow my other shenanigans. It should be in the screen right now. And that's it for me for now. I'm the villain in glasses, and stay degenerate. Bye!